Memphis, Tennessee, the destination for the Jazz. Lockdown defender Jaden McDaniels itching to go as they get primed for action at the FedEx Forum. Jazz, Grizzlies, coming up next on 2K Sports. TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Anthony Edwards.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Here are the starters for Utah. They've got Holmgren, Herb Jones out there with Trae Young. Then there's Barnes, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, Wendell Carter is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Paul in at the 1. 2 elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now here's Barnes. Back to Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Picked by Carter. The 3 from Barnes. Hits a three-pointer.
The improvement in Barnes' deep range just helps his offense space the floor.
Outside Jones. Back to Young. Barnes with a screen on Paul. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Outside Paul. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist.
Well, Chris Paul, as efficient a shooter as you'll find, and in the catch-and-shoot situation, he is money.
Carter against Barnes. Holmgren with a screen on Carter. Pass to Holmgren. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant, but we have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and hound him on every possession. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Young, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And Barnes, the bucket, on the assist by Young. Barnes has got his second basket of the game. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Outside Edwards for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Jones from outside, connects from downtown.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
Outside Edwards. Paul passes to Barnes. Edwards against Jones. Gobert with a screen on Jones. Edwards for 3. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Utah leading. Holmgren, the pass to Barnes. Back to Daniels. Pass to Young. Barnes with a screen on Paul. Here's Young. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Free throw is good. Young.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
And both free throws good for Young.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Now here's Paul. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
Pass to Holmgren. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Gobert passes to Barnes. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Carter Jr. gets the position he wants and goes to town.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Barnes. Right side, Edwards. Outside, Paul. Picked by Carter. Takes a three. Offensive board. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy has been a superb offensive rebounder. Gobert uses that size and positioning.
And stolen by Gobert. Inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Barnes, it's good.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Memphis has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Jazz. Right now they rank 3rd in the conference, aiming for a high seed in the postseason. And of course the Grizzlies, pretty far behind right now.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Now here's Carter. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Paul for 3. Utah grabs the miss. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
They're so dangerous in that action. Nice decision there from Young.
Now Paul, outside Edwards. Paul, a screen on Jones. Edwards looking it over. Over Jones. And again, Memphis no good.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy is an exceptional athlete. That is above the rim.
Paul, a screen on Jones. The open shot by Edwards. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now.
Boy, his struggles this quarter is not helping them right now. They may need to start going to somebody else on the offensive end.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Young.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And a new group getting ready for Utah. Misi, he's checked in for Holmgren. Kuzma comes in for Barnes. Dunn, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's McBride in for Jones. Paul passes to Edwards. Three-pointer off the mark.
And his struggles have been apparent. unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Throw down from Kyle Kuzma, a level of aggression.
Outside Paul. The three is up. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got his third assist of the night.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Dunn. Pass to Kuzma. Outside Young. Here's the three. No good on the shot. Grizzlies trail by 3. Carter, the pass to Edwards. And here's Barnes. Now Carter. Back to Paul. There's the triple. And another three for Memphis.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
To the inside. Young. And Gobert with a block.
Well, this is the very prototypical defensive anchor. This is what Rudy Gobert brings on a nightly basis.
Pass to Carter. Stolen. Here's Young. Rejected by Barnes. Young against Edwards. Left side Carter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Yves Missi.
You see, it's the size, the skill, and the athleticism of Carter Jr. that can sometimes prove too much of a task for these defenders. That is a big-time play.
Some changes for Memphis. Landale's checked in for Gobert. Keldon Johnson comes in for Barnes. And it's Pippen in for Chris Paul. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And how much do coaches adjust their plans when facing back-to-back games?
I think, B.A., that really depends on your team and obviously the opponent you're playing against. Rotations can be modified if need be. You're looking at certain matchup situations. What's the type of team you're playing on the back end? And guys, what you have to love about Wendell Carter Jr. is his thirst to learn. This guy is willing to add pieces to his game. He understands he's got to be a true modern big man, and he puts in the work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you guys.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. Number 1, the Jazz.
Over this last stretch, their defense has been airtight. The opponents have had a tough time executing at the offensive end.
Pass to Young. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Young's got 5 points.
Ice Trey, looking cool as ever, just draining it.
Outside Johnson. Picked by Carter. Shot from the wing. And the jumper falls for him.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Young. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Portland.
So elusive in screen and roll action. Kyle Kuzma, nice play.
Outside Carter. Back to Pippen. Johnson on the wing. 3-pointer. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Dunn. Off target with the 3.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Johnson on the wing. Defended by Dunn. Back to Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Landale. Lets it go from deep. Pure from 3-point range.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Dunn. Outside McBride. Utah moving the ball around. Drills it from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Outside Edwards. Back to Pippen. Pass to Johnson. Rebounded by Dunn. Jazz leading by 4. Down low. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
A solid defender. Johnson using that athleticism on defense to perfection right there.
To the paint. Here's Carter. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Carter's got 7 points in the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Young from long range. Another 3 for Utah.
Well, Young is one of those guys you have to take seriously anywhere inside half court.
It's Edwards on the wing. Landale with a screen. Edwards with it. Messi picks him up, and Landale gets it to go.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
On offense, here's Utah. 3-point lead. Outside Young. Puts up a deep 3. That shot missing. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Utah Jazz. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Back to the game after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. We've got Barnes, also Chet Holmgren out there. Miles McBride is out there with Herb Jones. And it's Rollins in at the 1. Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game. But the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Now here's Strus. 11 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by McBride. Utah leading by 5. Holmgren outside. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Guys, you can tell Scotty Barnes is locked in on the offensive end, and now he's found a rhythm, and there is no backing down.
Landale with a screen. Paul passes to Landale. Back to Paul. Pass to Barnes. Here's Johnson. The rebound by the Jazz.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Here's Rollins. He's guarded by Paul to the middle. Barnes from point-blank range.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Outside Paul. Johnson on the wing. Landale with a screen. Down low. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Jones. And the dunk by Jones.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Outside Paul. Landale with a screen to the paint to snap the cold streak. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so it's Utah with it. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Outside McBride. It's Barnes on the wing. Pass to Rollins. Shot clock at 6. Barnes with a screen on Paul. Here's Rollins. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
On the wing, Strus. Outside Paul. The 3. It's hauled in by Rollins. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Holmgren. Cat going to work inside.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. All right, while we have a moment, the NBA assist leaders. Number 1, Trae Young. 2nd, Chris Paul.
You gotta love watching both of these guys move the rock. They really put on a clinic in ball movement and finding teammates in their spots.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Strus. Back to Paul. Johnson against Jones. Landale with a screen to the inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Landale's got 5 points in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Inside. And the dunk by Jones.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Fast break, Utah. Pass to Rollins. From the arc. McBride can't get it to go. Grizzlies trail by 10. Outside Paul. Now Barnes. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. Doris, you really got to love Scotty Barnes' infectious positive attitude.
BA, those players that bring joy every single night to their craft, it absolutely permeates the rest of the roster. Not only is Scotty incredibly talented on both ends of the floor, but he's all about team, and he's trying to win, and those attributes absolutely affect the guys around him.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the 3 by Utah. And stolen by Holmgren. To the inside. Holmgren with a big reach.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Now here's Paul. He's got 9. Down low. Here's Landale. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Holmgren outside. Another 3 for Utah.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Paul with it to the paint. And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to Rollins. Back to Holmgren. Now here's Jones. 4 on the clock. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
now shooting the three ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Outside Paul. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Chris Paul will go down as one of the great floor generals to ever play the game. He is the maestro at orchestrating offense.
That's good from Paul.
If you're a head coach, you love having a guy like Chris Paul around. He's a coach on the floor for you and helps keep everyone accountable.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Landale. Carter comes in for Johnson. And it's Edwards in for Strus. Now here's Kuzma. A 17-point game for him in the win against Portland. Young misses. Pass to Edwards. Outside Paul. Carter, a screen on Young. Paul for 3. Knocks down the triple. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Misi's shot is good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
To the middle. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
And it's Paul with the ball for Memphis. They trail by 18. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
And just far too many turnovers. You can't expect to win if you can't protect the ball.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
Edwards, no good. Utah leading by 18 to the paint. Here's Dunn. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Edwards, the pass to Carter. Pass to Paul. 5 on the clock. Shot on the wing. And again, it's Memphis missing. Utah's got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. And he's going for the lob. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Just great recognition from the athletic big man. Gobert finish off the nice pass.
Kuzma with a screen on Edwards. Dunn, the pass to McDaniels. Kuzma for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Edwards. Utah grabs the miss. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. Dunn outside. Pass to Misi. McDaniels from long range. The rebound by Carter.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now here's Edwards. Defended by Dunn. Carter from outside. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Dunn. Outside McDaniels. 4-3. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Grizzlies trail by 18. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Dunn. He's got 5. Pass to Young. Kuzma with a screen on Paul. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Paul. 14 points for him. Edwards can't hit.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Young finds McDaniels. 44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Kuzma with a screen on Carter. McDaniels with it. He's picked up by Edwards. McDaniels can't hit. Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Paul. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Carter from outside. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Young. Down low. Here's McDaniels. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And so it's Utah with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie, but I got to pick Wemby. Playing alongside of him, that's just going to be too good to pass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, May 19th, I'm teaming up with the Ant-Man. 1-2 punch, baby.
Very interesting. And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Grizzlies.
Instead of rebounding, they're just watching. So annoying.
Yeah, we thought this might be a weak spot for them, but come on, man. You got to compete.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Utah. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Wendell Carter. Then there's Chris Paul. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the bucket by Utah. Pass to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Utah grabs the miss.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Paul with a steal. And now Memphis on the break. Outside Finney-Smith. And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to Barnes. Outside Young from behind the arc. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his 5th assist in this one.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Utah is shooting incredibly well, 63%, and really making their shots count. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Graham.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
That free throw, no good.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The 4th pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
And the second free throw is good. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Edwards for 3. Buries it from 3. Edwards has got his second bucket on the night.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That'll be a second foul of the game. Jones up top. Up top, Barnes. He's checked by Carter. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. The Jazz again can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Edwards. Utah with the rebound. McDaniels got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Young. Back to Holmgren from outside the arc. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Memphis calls timeout. When it comes to the scoring ability of Chet Holmgren, there's a lot to talk about, Doris.
Oh, come on, B.A. This guy is 7'1" and a sweet shooter from long range. He can put it on the deck and get to the mid-range. He can finish at the rim. Oh, my goodness, look out.
All right, let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which teams are leading the pack in steals right now. 5th best, Utah.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Carter, high post. Here's Edwards. And the layup is good off the glass. Edwards has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Pass to Holmgren. McDaniels a screen. Here's the floater. And Holmgren finishes inside. Holmgren's got 16 points now.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul. Here's Carter. He has 7. Outside Paul. Back to Carter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5. And here's Edwards. Jacks up a 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Screen by Holmgren. Young, the pass to Holmgren. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
Honestly, the only thing that slowed Holmgren down at times is injuries. Otherwise, he's been pretty much unstoppable.
Outside Edwards. The shot, no good. Jones with some nice D. Pass to Holmgren. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Holmgren's got 12 points in just the second half.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside Edwards. Carter on the wing. Outside Finney-Smith. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Gobert with a screen on Jones. Will it go? The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
Jones, the pass to Young. Gobert against Holmgren to the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And you know, when you have the size and skill of a guy like Chet Holmgren, you're gonna draw fouls.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Some changes for Memphis. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. And it's Pippen in for Paul. He hits the second from the line. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, B.A.? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Back to Jones. Pass to Holmgren. And stolen by Gobert. Outside Edwards. Pippen with it. Young's there. Carter, the pass to Johnson. Gobert with a screen on McDaniels. The shot by Johnson, no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
No debate there. He got hammered.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. And he knocks down the first one.
What you love about Scotty Barnes, he can do it all. Score it, board it, pass it.
A different look here for Utah. Kuzma's checked in for Holmgren. McBride comes in for McDaniels. And it's Rollins in for Young. Both free throws good from Barnes. Here's Pippen. No points yet. Left side, Edwards. Stolen by Jones. To the wing, right side. Here's Rollins. Nails it from 3.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead, and that means his teammates are delivering.
Carter, the pass to Edwards. Outside Johnson. Pippen outside. The kick out to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Rejected by Barnes. And here's what Memphis' schedule looks like. On Saturday, they kick off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. And then on Monday, they'll kick off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, they obviously have the upper hand coming into that one. But don't expect a blowout. It could turn into a real battle.
Memphis making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Barnes. Again, Utah good for 2.
I think this is a key aspect moving forward for Scotty Barnes. Make them guard you in the mid-range.
Edwards against Jones. To end the drought. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Herb Jones picks one up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And he can't get the first one. Without a doubt, Ant-Man is one of the most entertaining players in the league, Doris.
You cannot take your eyes off Anthony Edwards when he's playing in a basketball game. The skill set is electric. But beyond that, he's got a 1,000-watt smile, and he understands this is an entertainment medium.
Good on the second one. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it. They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Edwards. Over Jones. Edwards, no good. Utah has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Here's Kuzma. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Edwards. Banked it in off the glass. Edwards has got 10 points in the game.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Kuzma with a screen on Gobert. The 3 from Barnes. Rebounded by Marshall.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for #2.
Pass to Edwards. Fires the 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball. And we always like to take this chance to show you the scoring leaders from the last 10 days of action. Anthony Edwards on top.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Landale's checked in for Memphis. It's been all Jazz. Outside McBride. Barnes with a screen on Edwards. McBride attacking. Outside Jones. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Pippen. Well, the Grizzlies shooting about 31% here in quarter #3. Marshall outside. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Landale, the pass to Pippen. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Boy, very typical of Scotty Barnes, right? Get out into transition and get a bucket for your team.
Outside Johnson. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
This game will get even further away from them if they can't protect the ball.
Jones feels it out. From deep. Memphis with a rebound. Landale's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Pippen. Marshall outside. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Rebound, Utah. Outside McBride. Barnes with a screen on Edwards. Takes the 3. Barnes, no good. Well, the Grizzlies shooting just under 40% from the field. Pass to Pippen. Now Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. 1:05 left in the third. Utah has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Here's Rollins. Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3. Rollins has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's gonna make you pay.
Landale with a screen. Inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Creating easier opportunities for your guys to score. That is good offense.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Jones sets a screen. Barnes feeling it out a bit. The three ball. Rebounded by Johnson. Well, the Grizzlies shooting 37% since the beginning of the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
To the inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
We understand he's the leader of this offense. They look to get him the ball every chance they get.
And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Jazz. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the 4th. Chet Holmgren out there with Yves Missi. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Rollins in at the shooting guard position. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
He misses the free throw.
Well, you just watch Anthony Edwards continue to progress. This guy gets better and better every year.
And he's good on the second.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Out to the wing. Young, the pass to McDaniels. Now here's Missi. Pass to Young. Clock at 6. Gets the 3 to fall.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Pippen. It's Edwards on the wing. Puts up a 3. Missi grabs the board.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
That one drops for him. Holmgren's got 15 points in just the second half.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
It's Edwards on the wing. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA.
One shot.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Misi up top. Pass to McDaniels. Holmgren outside. Utah moving the ball around. And that one drops for him.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting 41% in this game. Pippen outside. Now Gobert. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Rollins. Outside Young. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
Johnson passes to Pippen. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels with the defensive presence twice on the pipes.
And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
There's Young with the three. Utah with another miss. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Pippen. Now Marshall. Here's Edwards. McDaniels covering. Edwards, that's good.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Utah has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside McDaniels. Down low. The kick out to Young. To the middle. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, such an impressive athlete. Mr. McDaniels, send it in.
Pass to Johnson. Right side Edwards. To the paint. Oh, deflected. McDaniels with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And here's Misi. And he slams it in one-handed.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
On the break. Here's McDaniels. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. McDaniels got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's Marshall. Knocked loose. McDaniels with a steal. Fast break Utah. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Marshall.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality, does a nice job drawing contact.
Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering, but there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
The reputation for Jaden McDaniels is he's a lockdown defender, and that's cross-positionally. Now he needs to continue to develop offensively.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here are the Grizzlies now. Outside Edwards. A shot to stop the run, and the layup is good. Edwards has got 18 points now here in the second half.
I'll tell you, he comes out of the locker room, and all of a sudden, he's a different guy.
McDaniels from long range. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
And here's Pippen. Edwards a screen on Young. Left side Edwards. Fires for 3. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Holmgren. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Marshall passes to Edwards. Inside, yet another steal from him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
Pippen with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Edwards a screen on McDaniels. Right side Edwards. Stolen by Young. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
And the defense really has no chance when Young gets in space. He's just too skilled.
Pippen outside. Edwards a screen on Young. Here's Pippen. Offline with a 3. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for Utah. Outside McDaniels. A deep 3. And it's Holmgren missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pippen, the pass to Marshall. Outside Barnes. Back to Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Now here's Holmgren. Down low. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
That free throw no good. Carter, he's checked in for Memphis. Ball comes in for Pippen. Then for Utah, Scotty Barnes is checked in for Messi. And Herbert Jones is subbed in for Rollins. And he sinks the second. The Jazz have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the 4th. Outside Young. McDaniels a screen on Paul to the inside. And stolen by Edwards. And now Memphis on the break. And another miss by Memphis. Utah's gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Outside McDaniels. Barnes in the post. He's guarded by Paul. And it's Holmgren missing. The Grizzlies have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Offensive rebound. Outside Carter. Pass to Paul. Picked by Carter. From downtown. The rebound by the Jazz.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holmgren with a screen on Paul. And that one's good. Young.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Carter finds Barnes. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Now here's Barnes. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Paul. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound, Utah. Barnes has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Outside McDaniels. Here's Barnes. Now here's Jones, guarded by Edwards. Jones' shot is good.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
And the Grizzlies shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Outside Edwards, over Jones, and Edwards the bucket on the assist from Paul. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Now here's McDaniels. Barnes finds Young. Three-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Edwards, the pass to Carter. There's the three, and his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8, looking comfortable out there.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Jazz.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Chet Holmgren.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Here's Barnes. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And that's now 30 points for Scotty Barnes. Carter, high post. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
A nice shot by Young.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So we see the Jazz taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight. How satisfying was it to get this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great getting a win. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just here to help my team win, whoever we're playing against, and that's all I care about.
Thanks, Trey. Guys.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And we present the player of the game, Chet Holmgren.